Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special Thanksgiving Day presentation.
It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, Lock. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. Lock now on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. These two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. Here's 2nd and 10. Lock taking the snap at 1. Escaping the pressure right. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Marquise Bell able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
That's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. To throw it is Lock.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Tracy trying the right side.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0.
7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cowboys making their way out behind the NFL's leader in touchdown passes for 2023. In his 9th season now, Dak Prescott.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of a season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Inside give to Elliott. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 16 carries, 66 yards.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
Steps away to his left, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They give it off here to the tight end. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They'll go again with Tracy. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down. Touchdown, Giants! Mercedes Lewis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Gano the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A first down throw for Prescott. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones.
On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
The possession switching back to the New York Giants. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. Throwing now is Locke. Going for the deep ball. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Pass interference.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Gano for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Prescott to throw it.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll hand it to Tracy. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Clock now to throw. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Clock going to throw. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 19. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Tracy. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's 2nd and 3. They look to throw. It's locked toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Bellinger in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 28-0. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And they take a knee. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy Thanksgiving again to everybody at home as we take a look ahead to what's coming up both later today and this weekend. A number of great games coming up this holiday weekend. Of course, we begin tomorrow. The second ever Black Friday game. The Raiders, Chiefs from Arrowhead. Even more good matchups to check out in the late afternoon window. A 4 o'clock start up in Baltimore, where it'll be the Ravens taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. A first down carry by Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Elliott going to get it again on second down. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think that
Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks, 60 yards, and the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit up.
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is the rookie, Theo Johnson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And now they're in the hurry-up. Right back to Tracy. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Locke to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 30. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll try the end around with Robinson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On the run is Tracy.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Gano the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Dexter Lawrence in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And, frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And Cooks has it over the middle.
And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams.
And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They'll start the drive here with an end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Arlington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
And that is incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So a risky move that does not pay off. And Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective, they had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended. And they took the ball away and gave it to their offense in a great situation. But when you look at this thing in total, when you start taking chances like that, you know what that means? You have to take more chances later, right? When you don't convert, that just means you got to double down on it. So we can see this thing pile up as we go on.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Throwing, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Elliott will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's it. His 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Micah Parsons. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Locke.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
That ball caught by Slayton.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
Here's Jamie Gillen now,
as he should be able to. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
And what is going on here? Are they serious?
And oh, we've seen it all now. It's a fake.
Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop.
It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And, oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Brandon Cooks of the Cowboys offense back out there.
They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
Has over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point.
2nd and 10.
Prescott now. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Chandler Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
A tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Now Prescott. He's going to let it fly. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
And quickly they get to the line.
A lot going to throw it here.
Over the middle, complete. It's Neal.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. On 1st and 10, here's Locke.
Complete. It's Johnson.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Locke now on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess? He didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
One last shot now for Prescott.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah,
Most
they
time
thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. In a division game, it's usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Giants, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Big D.